And with that, we're done with this level. Now what we could do is we could move on to World 2 here. Or we could go on in World 1, which is recommended, because at the end of World 1 you get a power-up that's not required for World 2, but as soon as you reach World 3 you're gonna need it. And you're gonna get all the way there and then realize, oh, I forgot it. I've done that before. But again, even though they let you move on to the second world, there's really no point in skipping this because, well, World 1 you are recommended to beat, cause you are required to beat because you get a power up at the end of it. World 2 you don't get anything for. So you could say those levels are optional, but at the same time they're not, because you need to 100% everything to reach a final boss. I'm gonna need to pay attention to cages in here. It's kind of an annoying auto-scrolling stage. Well, it's not that bad actually. And the planting seed mechanic is actually pretty cool. I like it a lot. And suddenly I go quiet, whoa. Not much to say about this place. One thing I will say is that the music in this game is really good. Whoa, that almost killed me. The nice thing about this is that I already know most of what's coming up even before it's on screen, so that helps. I don't know how much of this I'm going to keep recording today. I might just finish up the first world and call that a day and just upload that as one video. Like, just do one world per video or something. And have a video of just backtracking, I guess. Yeah, that actually sounds like a good idea. That's probably what I'll end up doing. Just get rid of all these guys. And we need this because you can't take... Whoa! Don't go in there, I need this thing. You can't take the upper path, where those things are, and go up there. But if you take the plum, we can make a cage appear. I do believe this is the first level you can actually 100% on your first try, which is what I am going to try to do. I need that up there. I did this wrong. I need this. That was a serious brain fart there. Okay. Let's try this again. Once more with feeling. Yeah, you need this. You need this first plum as a platform so you can punch the second one into the water. Which leads to another cage. And I didn't think I would make that. That was kind of a risky move there. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. But we are up to, I think, the last area of this level actually. And this will give us another cage. Now the sixth one is kind of tricky. And you're gonna need to pay attention here and be fast. There's gonna be a floating lily pad coming up here while you're bouncing down, and you're gonna want to jump on it, which is kind of tricky. And sure, we'll do this bonus area while we're at it. Oh god, this one. I'm not sure if I can actually get this one right now. These things have horrible timing now because I punched them at the wrong time. Well, we might make it. I don't know. Yeah, these things are kind of annoying. Once you reach the top, that's where most of the things are. If I don't get it, I'm not gonna retry. Even though the 1-up would be nice. No, we're never gonna make this. Screw this. I'm out of here. We do want to go over here, and that'll make some more of these falling lily pads appear, and you want to get onto this thing, which will lead us to our last cage. We have 100% of this level, which means I don't have to go back to this, which is very nice, and we might get another 1-up out of this. 98 again, oh well. And with that we're good to go to the last level in this world, which might be the first level I die at. Because there are some really tricky things in this one. There's a cage up there, but ironically that is probably going to be the last cage you're gonna get, and you're not gonna be able to get to it. Because to get to it, you need the power-up we get for beating the boss of this world, which is going to be in this stage. I think I just said that, and I had another hiccup. So annoying. And this can be kind of tricky if you don't time it out right. Yeah, there was a bonus game up there. I don't know if I'm gonna try for it. Actually, no, I'm not even gonna bother going up to where that bonus game is, because that will lead to the cage, but we can't really do anything there yet, so... There's a cage down there, isn't there? Yes, there is. I have to go back. See, that's what confused me, because I got the cages from the PC version and this version mixed up in my head. Because the PC version does not have a cage there. I thought I was dead. I seriously thought I was dead. That was such a dumb move. I should have just walked away and let the plum respawn instead of jumping for that. I can jump through that. Oh well. The music is doing some really weird things here. I don't know what's up with that. Can we make that thing respawn? Yes. You can go up that vine, which will lead you to where the cage is, if you can get it. I'm not going to. I think if you go up there, you could get a 1-up, but nah. We'll get it later. Because there is really no point in getting 1-ups early. Well, there would be, but the thing with this game is once you collect a 1-up and you reload your game, it's not going to respawn. You can only collect every 1-up in the game once, unless you're using a password. Which I don't know why it would do that. Well, except for me, because when I first got this game, I did not have a memory card, which sucked. So I had to use the password system. Really, the only thing that changes when you use the password system is you have to get every cage in a level in one go. It only saves completing a level or not completing it at all. But the nice thing is that your 1-ups will respawn. And that should have... Yeah. I have my game sounds turned down kinda low, so I can't really hear it. This might actually be where I die, because this stage is kinda tricky. Or this part of the level, I guess. I just realized I still haven't shown off the other way to kill those big guys. And I wanted to do it right there, because it's actually more useful than trying to punch them. In this case. Now these are timed out so annoyingly, and it's really... There we go. That, for some reason, because of... Okay then! First death of the LP. I did not expect that would happen after I made that. But yeah, the thing with that place is that because of the camera moves when you're moving and those things move, it's really annoying to time out where you're going. Like, I usually jump too early there. I can't believe I actually got it this time. But with that, we're pretty much good to go here now, because that's the worst of it. The rest of this stage isn't really too bad. Kinda sucks that I lost my my 5 health points there. Oh well, we'll get those back. And that was kind of a stupid first death. But oh well. It happened, and it's not gonna matter too much. This is another place I think where they put a secret in the PC version, and it always throws me off because I think I'm gonna have to look there in this version of the game. Now these guys, I've been walking past them without really explaining what they're doing. They're basically like checkpoints. If you die, you're gonna respawn there instead of at the beginning of the stage. Which you wouldn't know because up to this point I didn't die, so... And then this is not too bad either. The thing I don't really get about this world, or at least about the name, it's called the Dream Forest, but most of it is a swamp, so there's not much forest to it. And that cage can be kind of tricky to get sometimes, because you have to punch the plum up that hill. And that hill is actually not too steep, so it's not too hard to do actually. And as you were able to see, we're missing one cage, and that's the one I pointed out at the beginning of the stage. And with that, we go into I believe an area that that we will not be coming back to. If you do plan on like going back to this level, there's certain stages of the level that you'll only play once. Those are usually the ones that have bosses in them, and those stages will also never have cages in them. Kind of an interesting thing to know, I guess. Now this is usually where I die. This is usually the place where I die for the first time, but well, I died in the last stage, so now this is gonna get faster, and especially with those guys walking on those platforms, it gets really annoying. And if that thing back there hits you, well, it wouldn't surprise you, but you're gonna die if that thing hits you. Or, yeah, most likely. Most likely. You are gonna die. There's nothing most likely about that. I don't think there's anything down there. Let's just get out of here. Kinda surprised I did that without dying. And this video is gonna be half an hour long. Maybe I'll actually split this up into 2 parts, I don't know. This, I believe, is also... Well, no, this area you do come back to, I know that much. But it always struck me as kind of a weird area, because there's no cages in it, and yet you do have to replay it. There's only a few of those in the entire game, where you have no cages in an area that you'll actually revisit on your second visit. And that life over there, you can try to get that plum over here up this hill if you want to get that life now, which is ridiculous that you should get that far out of your way for a 1-up. If you really want to get it, just come back after beating the boss of this stage, because it'll be easier to get then. Way easier. And right here we have Mosquito, the first major boss of the game. I don't really count the one we fought in the second level. He has quite a bit of health, but it's not too hard. This is a really easy boss. He has a pretty predictable pattern too. I don't really know his pattern for the first phase of the fight. Just for his last phase I do know his pattern, and it's really easy. Love the spike balls he's throwing around everywhere. And now you're gonna need to watch out, because he's gonna come at you from one of the sides of the screen. And we can just stand here and punch him. Yeah, the bosses in this game are really easy compared to most of the levels, in my opinion. Because like I said, some levels are just ridiculously hard, in my opinion. Or they can be at some points. And the bosses, well, except for maybe one, they are really easy. And I can probably beat this guy without even getting hit, so I probably jinxed myself just by saying that. Yeah, I don't think I'll get hit. And now he's getting into his... Now now he's getting into his last phase, where I actually do know the pattern too. Basically, he will fly at us and try to get us, and then he will drop the small spike ball, the middle one, and then he'll fly over with the big one, and then he'll come at you from up high. And then he will come up with another big one, and then fly at you from low, and we killed him. So that was pretty easy. And that's the end of the first world. Well, we're still gonna have to do the... we're still gonna have to get the power up, but we're pretty much done here. Which means next time I will get to do World 2! Oh... yeah, I'm just gonna say it right now. I'm not looking forward to that, because that's one of the worlds where I die at a lot. In my opinion, it's one of the hardest worlds in the game. Probably 2 and 4 are the hardest worlds, in my opinion. 3 isn't too bad, and, well, 5 I don't really know, because that's my favorite world. And I don't really mind... well, that one is actually pretty hard too, so I guess... yeah, this first world was easy. It's not gonna be that easy after this. But we do have our grappling fist, which, as you can see, we can grapple onto those flying rings with. And you can also grapple onto 1-ups with it, which is very nice. But I've been recording for half an hour, and I'm going to save and end it off right here, and probably record World 2 at a later time and date. So with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later.